Shake that.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Hey guys, it's Potato. Just wanted to make a video on the new consoles between the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 now that day one of E3 is over. A lot of people seem to be liking the PlayStation 4 and what they put out, and they have kind of a good reason to do so, but I wanted to try to break it down a little bit, try and make a valid argument on both sides, just so people don't think we're a fanboy, like an Xbox fanboy clan or whatever. Like, I was open to either system, and I wanted to look at mainly games, a little bit into the features that come with each console, and obviously price. Now, first off, the big thing everyone's talking about, the PlayStation 4 allows for used games to be shared, blah, 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 and it is going to be released at $399 or $400, however you want to look at it. A lot of people aren't considering the fact that you're going to need to pay just as much as you do for Xbox Live, for PlayStation Network Plus, whatever it is, to be able to play online. So that adds another $60 to the console if you buy a year subscription, assuming that you already had an Xbox. That really only brings it down to a $40 difference between the consoles. So that's not really much. That's not even a game. That's like maybe 2 arcade games, which, yeah, you're saving money, but if you think both consoles are equal, or you think there's a slight edge to the Xbox, then that becomes negligible pretty quick. As for the used games thing, a lot of people are like freaking out about that, being like, oh my god, I can finally share games with friends. I'm a college student. I'm at school like 10 months out of the year usually. And I just play in my room. My roommate has an Xbox, and I can just, if I have a game that I want him to play, he can either play it on mine, assuming we both have the Xbox One, he can either play it on mine, or I can just log in my gamertag to his console because I'm going to trust him to play it. Like, yeah, maybe he won't get the achievements he wants to, or I could even, like, if I care enough about somebody that I want to, like, let them use all my games and stuff and not want to worry about, like, paying for it, there's 10 slots in a family that you can use on Xbox to share your games with. So I could just make my roommate my friend, and it doesn't even have to be like all of my roommates. I can just make it one for that Xbox, and then that Xbox can play the game whenever they want. So this doesn't seem like a big deal to me. A lot of people are freaking out about it. I don't buy used games generally. I'd like to buy them new. If I have to buy them used, I will. I just like to open a brand new case, have a brand new game. That's just how I am. And if I care about a game enough to buy it, I'm usually going to buy it at release anyways. So again, I think this is kind of important, but it's not super important. And the only other thing the PlayStation 4 really showed was that it's going to support like indie developers and like small name game developers. And yeah, that's good. You're going to get games like Don't Starve and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the games I play most are almost all AAA titles. Obviously, I play a lot of Call of Duty. I want to play The Last of Us. I have a PlayStation 3 at home, so I might try that. Games like Tomb Raider, Bioshock Infinite, Assassin's Creed, all these games, they're either multi-platform or big-name titles anyway, so the indie games don't even matter to me too much. I spent some time playing like Mark of the Ninja. That was a great game, but I didn't even beat it. I just played it when I wasn't online with friends playing COD, because when I play video games, I like to play with my friends. I'm big into multiplayer. I play a lot of League of Legends on my own, so that's another multiplayer game. Like, I like to play multiplayer online relatively competitively in most games. Obviously, there's some exceptions, but for the most part, that's the case. And if I play a single-player game, it's going to have to be really good to pull me away from playing COD, where I can be earning a rank and feel like I'm actually doing something besides getting achievements. So these indie games aren't a big deal to me. The only selling point they have to me, in all honesty, is the fact that they're cheaper, and they might be good to kill time to the next big release of a game that I want. So at the end of the day, if you account the fact that most people are going to be going from Xbox to PlayStation, judging by the reaction online, there's still a lot of time and that might not happen, but assuming things stay the same, a lot of people are going to jump ship from the Xbox, go to the PlayStation 4, and there's only a $40 difference because you're going to have to get that online pass. Looking at that, one thing that we're starting to do more as a clan with the new Empire, we are starting to stream more, and I'm hopefully going to get a new laptop this summer that will allow me to stream more and all that stuff, to be able to handle all that video editing and whatever it is. But the Xbox One's going to have Twitch built in. I'm not even going to have to touch my laptop. I can literally just say Xbox start streaming, and it's going to stream. Not only does it stream, I have the option to look at the chat on my TV screen. Like, that's absurd. That's so simple and so easy. And even if, yeah, I'm not going to be looking at it in game, but I can just say, I'm sure, I don't know the controls yet, but I'm sure you can just say Xbox show chat or something like that, a simple command. And in between the games of COD, I can see the chat and interact with the people who are watching. Like, that's awesome to have a Twitch sponsorship or partnership right built into the console, and you can do it that instantly. It's absurd. And they haven't shown anything to me from PlayStation 4 that shows it can handle all this multitasking just as well as the Xbox. I'm sure it has the ability to, I just don't know if they're building it into it. Because when, for example, if you watch the E3 keynote on the Xbox briefing, you would have seen this girl was playing Rise, and then someone invited her to a match, or she found a match. I'm not sure how the process went. It just popped up on her screen like, hey, someone wants to play Killer Instinct with you, or you found a game for Killer Instinct. Do you want to play now? And she hit a button, and she's in that game. That's a benefit of installing games to the hard drive. And the fact that it was that instant that she could go right out of Rise immediately into another game and play right away. And not only that, someone immediately afterwards took the recording, because it was automatically recording the gameplay, edited it, and uploaded it to the internet. And the editing was incredible. It wasn't even just like kind of gimmicky effects. Like, it looked good. There was slow motion, there were cuts. It seemed really easy to do. And to me, that's huge in a console. Then I don't have to worry about a capture card and an external hard drive and all this stuff that would be a hassle to get all gameplay recorded and put on YouTube. It'll just be there for you immediately. You could just play a game of COD. If you just had a really good game, you don't have to say, oh no, I wasn't recording. I hope Theater has it. No, it was just recording for you, and now you can go edit it, upload it, or probably just save it and wait to edit it later if you want to. That's incredible to me. Like, I was blown away by that feature. I think the Xbox is going to be a better entertainment system, and I think it's going to be just as good as a gaming system. Now, I have two lists here. The list of Xbox One games and the list of PlayStation 4 games, so excuse my clicking while I go back and forth. But scrolling through the list, unless you're a super huge fan of like Diablo 3, Drive Club, Infamous, I'd say Infamous and Killzone are the biggest games for PlayStation 4 that are exclusives, and they're countered by Titanfall right away. Infamous doesn't really have a counter, but I'd never played those games. It would be nice to try, yeah, but that's not huge to me. PlanetSide 2, almost all these games that I'm seeing on this list are on the other console as well. They're multi-platform, such as like Watch Dogs. That's a huge game a lot of people want to play. Thief is on both. Metal Gear Solid 5 is on both. Kingdom Hearts 3 is on both. A lot of people didn't think that would happen. Final Fantasy, I think, just got announced for both as well. Elder Scrolls Online, it's on both. My favorite game that I saw, in all honesty, The Division, that will be on both consoles as well. I think that might be huge. It's going to be Borderlands, but like with realistic graphics and an open world, and anyone can, like, an MMO on console is absurd. And I go over to Xbox and I look at what they have. Again, they have pretty much all the same games as the PlayStation with a few exclusives. The Crew, that's multi-platform. They both have Dead Rising 3, I believe. Actually, no, it looks like that might only be on Xbox. Don't quote me on that, but if it is just on Xbox One, that's huge. Obviously, they have FIFA and they have Halo that they announced. That's an exclusive. That's obviously something that's going to set them apart. Minecraft, one of the biggest games in the world, or at least in America. Rise, that looked incredible. Star Wars Battlefront, which everyone freaked out about, is going to be on both. Titanfall, I think, might kill Call of Duty after seeing that multiplayer demo. I don't know. I think it's kind of upsetting that Ghosts or Infinity Ward is making the first game for next gen, but at the same time, they might see the flaws and Treyarch might improve on that. I'll make another video about that at some point. I have a lot to say about that. But all these games, all the big ones, Trials Fusion is going to be, I believe, just on Xbox. I could be wrong. Nope, it doesn't show up on the list for PlayStation 4, so if you compare games, it just looks better on Xbox, and that's what the gaming console is for. I think I would rather pay an extra $40 to get more games, not have to worry about ever getting a Kinect or Eye because it becomes bundled. A lot of people have issues about that. If you're not using it, you can cover it, and if the console's off, it's only listening for Xbox On, and you can even turn that feature off. So people need to relax about the Kinect. If you don't want it to be on your face, don't put it on your face. It's that easy. And like I said, all these games, they're just definitely better for Xbox. Like, there's very few exclusives for the PlayStation that would even generally pull me toward that in any kind of way. So I would personally go with the Xbox. That's my own opinion. Right now, anything can happen between now and the time they release. I'm sure they're going to announce like some Uncharted game or maybe a Last of Us sequel or something like that, which, yeah, that'll pull me towards the PlayStation a little bit more. But as of right now, I would say I'm 80% towards the Xbox and the 20% towards the PlayStation. And the 20% to the PlayStation is just if all my friends end up getting an PlayStation instead of an Xbox, because I want to play on multiplayer. I want to enjoy playing with my friends. That's the biggest thing to me in all of gaming. I'm going to go where they go because, like I said, there's so many multi-platform games that look incredible that I'm not even worried about it. But if I have my choice, I would definitely go with the Xbox. Let me know what you guys think. Post a comment, send us a message, whatever you want to do. Like I said, Xbox definitely seemed to impress me more with the games. That they went all out. They didn't have to talk about features anymore. They got it all the way at the reveal trailer. PlayStation had to do a little bit of everything, and that kind of pissed people off. So we'll see what happens in the next few months or in the next few days, even at E3. But I would lean towards the Xbox. Just post a comment, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.